Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to TCR Season 7, the Platinum class. But we are here at Round 15, the finale in Brazil. My name is JB. I'll be taking you through tonight's proceedings. But by my side, it's our favourite little doctor. It's Mr. Dre. How are you doing, my friend? I never
Thanks for
told him
having me.
what
I've never been
intro I
called a
do.
doctor before.
I never told them the
uh,
intro. I always like to keep them on their toes whenever I intro them.
yes, thank you for that. It's good to be here. It's fun around. Looking forward to wrap up the season. Looking forward to F1 2019 for next season. So wrapping up the last time you'll see these cars unless we're on the new game. So looking forward to it.
Most definitely. But shall we look back at Russia, because the championship, you're going to read out those standings in a moment, but I'll run through who finished where in Russia before we have a look at that the championship standings. Now, this is after Stewart's investigations. C3 is taking the win ahead of Talent in P2, so Toro Rosso 1 and 2. Go-To Guy took 3rd, and then Mitch took 4th. ZX took 5th, and Joe Breezy, our new Season 7 Platinum champion, has taken 6th. W finished 7th, Sauna finished 8th, Deimos finished 9th, and B Good Fever finished 10th. Outside of the points, Special Ops finished 11th, iRoll finished 12th, Fatal 13th, Useless Cat, I'm going to call him that, Useless Cat was in 14th, and Lion was in 15th. A couple of drivers did not make it to the end of the race. But, shall we hear the championship standings? I believe you've got them in your hands now.
Yeah. So Jones, wrong championship. Sorry about that.
Well, yes. While we're on that subject, we can mention we have Jones in here tonight, as everyone can see on the board. He is now the gold champion. We saw them racing last night, so congratulations to Gold being champion. Having Jones, as I butchered that entire show off here. Give me a minute while I try and get the standings up on my friend. But yeah, congratulations to him for winning the championship in Gold. I'm sure it was a hard-felt battle all the way through, though I didn't see any of it.
So likely no change in the top 3. Breezy, Sean, and GoTo. They've wrapped up the top 3. Even Seafreeze and Talia are in 4th and 5th. They are within 14 points of each other, so Seafreeze can likely gain a position there. We is tied for 6th between ZX and Mitch. Though I haven't seen ZX in a while, so I don't know if he'll be participating today. But in the mid-pack, from P10 to probably P4, there can definitely be some move around depending on how things go today. So there can be some more gains for drivers. But the top 3 is locked out. The Constructors Championship is locked up with Red Bull taking the victory, and followed by Toro Rosso. So not that much movement at the top, but certainly through the midfield.
It truly was brilliant. And look at that, our champion going even faster, 106.8. Got a few people jumping into the chat already saying, from Domenico, saying who he predicts is going to be the top 3 for this race. He reckons it'll be Joe, Freeze, and Talon. That'll be interesting. But before we do any of this, shall we have a word from our sponsor? Our sponsor, obviously, Fanatec here at TCR. And, TCR now has a sponsor, and obviously, as I mentioned, it's Fanatec. The link with that means that if a TCR driver or someone watching the stream who is a fan of TCR wants to jump in and buy some Fanatec products, the link is always in the description of the streams, though it will be added after the stream has been processed in this one, as it was last week. But yes, if you want to have a look, it helps out the league, it helps out Fanatec. Obviously, not that Fanatec needs any help after some of the amazing products they make. I mean, I don't know if you've ever tried a Fanatec, Dre. I have, and they're absolutely brilliant.
I haven't had the pleasure, but the wheel that I do use is a direct competitor, so I want to support our sponsor by not mentioning the wheel that I drive at the moment.
Yeah, for another person that uses it.
Yeah, for personal use, I haven't had the pleasure, but I think Fanatec has been a really great sponsor for our organization, our league, and I hope they continue to do the next season. So please use that link. They have some great products, and check them out.
They certainly do. So our champion-elect, he hasn't been crowned champion yet. So that comes after the season has ended. He is currently in P1 ahead of C3 in P2, and Xander is in P3. Talon's in P4, Go-To Guy is in P5, and Deimos is in P6. Badfast, I want to go to bed yet. Badfast is in P7, Spec Ops is in P8, P8, and Porridge is in P9. I roll locking out the top 10. Outside the top 10, our free tire choice, we'll have a look at them in a moment, as qualifying has just ended here. We didn't see much action in qualifying. We saw a little bit, or at least I saw a little bit, between we saw our new champion-elect almost hitting the back of a Renault. That could have ended incredibly badly for both of them. Obviously, the game very sensitive with 5-place grid penalties. Obviously, you don't want to get close to another competitor, especially in qualifying. But outside of the top 10, Be Good Fever in P11. These all have free tyre choice. W in P12. Jones, Lyon, and Sauna are reserve drivers, so therefore will not be qualifying. Still, 15 cars on this.
And it's pretty tight. If you look between P3 on down to P10, they're actually all pretty tight.
Yeah, all within...
Maybe about a tenth or so off.
Just within about a second of each other, I think is the best look at that. It's a brilliant grid here in Platinum, as it always is. And yet, I believe, do you run 2 seasons on the game? On this game? Because I'm still new to TCR, I do apologise. Do you run 2 seasons?
We actually do 3 seasons a year. So we do about every quarter, so every third of the year. We take about a month off between each one.
This is not goodbye though for Interlagos. Luckily, we'll be seeing this track in the Formula 1 2019 game. We'll be heading back to this track more times in TCR, which will be fun. See, I'm not ready to say goodbye to this track. Are you, Dre?
No. Although I am looking forward to the new track though. This will always be a classic, and I wouldn't be surprised to be back on the calendar in not too long.
I think it'd be cool if they alternated it, because it's the same country. I think it'd be cool if they alternated it, or had like the Rio one branded as like the South American Grand Prix or something, you know?
Oh, that's true.
Do you remember they used the Oceanic Grand Prix, and I think that was in Fuji, or it was in... They did one in Atlanta. I don't know. I honestly don't know my full retro Formula 1 history as much, so I probably should.
Yeah, that part I'm not aware of, but I do remember the European used to be in Germany, and it used to be in Spain as well.
Yeah, they used to have it in, if we go way back, they used to have it in Donington Park in England, which was, which is awesome. But so being a Silverstone boy, I love Silverstone a little bit more. All right, so onto the grid now with the formation lap. We're going to have one lap under slow conditions as they all warm up their tyres before the race. And this is extremely important on this game, a little bit more than most, but also to think of it, this is our last chance to get a good look at the cars when they're slow before the season ends. And what a season it's been here at S7, TCR S7. What do you think S8 is going to bring?
I have no idea, but 2018 has been a really great game, and I'm looking forward to 2019. See how the car handles and difference and more simulation of the real experience of being a driver. I've already seen some of the graphics, how so realistic they are, the links that we have been able to see. So I think we'll just be, again, in another immersive, situation where we'll be able to play the game, on a really good level. So I'm looking forward to that.
Truly, I'm looking forward to it as well. I think, obviously, this is the last time we'll see, obviously, for one, this Williams. I've just looked onto Spec Ops. He's running the old, what was the Martini livery, Williams. We won't see that anymore in TCR, and I think that's a sort of a shame, but at the same time, we've had enough of it. Time to get a new one. We'll see the new Rich Energy Haas coming in. We'll see the slightly yellower Renault. It's going to be really interesting. Obviously, the last time we're ever going to see these 2018 cars. Maybe there'll be some mid-season events on, possibly on the YouTube channel. I don't know what the admins have. But I think the best way to keep in touch with what's happening in TCR is looking at the Twitter. Am I right?
Yes, check out our Twitter. We are very active, and you'll learn more information about what we're doing, what's coming up. So check out our Twitter at eTrinity Racing.
Can I just say how seamless that was at getting the plug-in?
I tried my best. Well, I managed a Twitter account, so I kind of got to know this one.
Yeah, I mean, I do it for other places. Anyway, so Joe Breedy leading us away, as it should. Can he close out the championship? He's won the championship. Now he's just got to do what Lewis Hamilton traditionally couldn't do. Take the win afterwards. 5 red lights here in Brazil. The lights are out, the drivers are away now. A decent start from P2, but a better start from Xander in P3. He's hunting down, but he's actually dropped back on the second phase of the start. Talon trying to get past him. Talon is making his way up there. There is almost contact in the background, but it all make it through the center. It's pretty okay. C3's on the back of the champion, though. Ooh, there's a slight bit of contact. They clip with one another. Breezy going to the inside, but Freeze trying to stay cool around the outside. It hasn't happened yet. Remember, a long way to go. 36 laps of racing here in Interlagos.
We got go-to guy trying to make a move on Talia, but can't do it. Oh, it looks like
in the
bad fast on the outside.
No,
Damaso.
That's desync. That's desync.
I think that's lag. Okay,
that's desync.
But I think they're still side by side.
We'll try and stay away from these guys. They cannot see each other on track, and that's going to be a little bit embarrassing for them.
But so far, I think everyone's got through it pretty clear. No major accidents, but we'll see what's going on. I see a few bollards come off there.
Already.
Brake market board, excuse me. What about strategy? Because I started on the super softs yesterday, and I went to the mediums around lap 10. Do you think those guys are going to do something similar, or do the two-stop?
I think the two-stop will be a little bit more insane. The championship's done. I think it's time to have some more fun. I think it'd be nice to see those on a two-stop strategy, but we can already tell a few of them will be going on one-stops. Oh, Talon, no, he's lost it at turn 3. He's in the barrier, and he's trying to keep it out. He lost it on the curb. There is a chunk of end plate missing on the Toro Rosso, and that's not going to help his race at all as he drops all the way down behind the reserve drivers.
Poor Italian. Though he's doing alright in the championship, but doesn't help. If C-Freeze does well, then C-Freeze will take over that spot in the championship.
The Toro Rosso is all fighting for positions here. Obviously, Bad Fast and Deimos cannot see each other from what we can tell on the screens. So if you see anything there you think is a bit questionable, normally tuck it up to lag, or to, in this case, desync there. So they're on their screens are at the same point in the track, though they can't see each other as we normally can do. So please don't assume that one of these guys is doing something that they shouldn't do.
Quite the train going on here. It's a long train, but everyone's been fairly consistent. No one has really gone off except for Italian, but he's still within the pack, so I can imagine him coming into pits this lap, but he's still sticking with them.
He truly is. I mean, look at that. DRS now enabled. That will assist Freeze in his charge to try and get past Breezy. W getting close as well to the back of drivers. The DRS here is incredibly powerful. Look at Lion within 1/10 as he heads towards the DRS zone. Even quicker now. DRS open on the McLaren, drawing alongside Sauna in the Ferrari. And the Ferrari just has no response to the soft tyre-clad McLaren ahead.
Sorner almost losing back in when he lost that position to GTR Lion, so he's struggling a little bit on those medium tires. He's the only one with medium tires so far on the track, so he's playing the long game, so I think he'll just let him go for now.
Well, yeah, he'll most definitely come into it later on. Obviously, those tires will take a couple of laps to heat up and get properly into usage here. In as long as the track known to be pretty hard to get the tyres lit up on, as well as it could be a little bit of rain later on, though I was informed that it shouldn't be as wet as I would like. I would love a bit of like 2008 drama right at the end. C3 is now the fastest man on track.
Fastest lap. He is chasing down the leader, the champion.
He wants to win. The champion leader is starting off where he finished last week. He's had a big oversteer moment though, coming out of turn 3. Heading towards the DRS state, big oversteer moment, same place where his teammate lost the position and lost a bit of wing. So that's gonna be difficult. Maybe the Toro Rosso struggling a little bit there in that corner.
Yeah, well that was happening. Bigu lost a couple spots to Jones and W, so he's struggling right now.
As I mentioned earlier, or attempted to, as my voice completely gave up. Jones, obviously being the gold champion, wants to come up here and show off what he can do in Platinum. Maybe looking for a Platinum drive. I don't know if any team is looking to take on a younger driver. He is a champion nonetheless, though. Maybe Jones is going to look to try and make a move up here in the next game. I mean, he's impressive, isn't he? To win a championship and then come back and race
absolutely.
The next day.
I was racing with Jones yesterday, and he was a great driver, very clean driver. But he's definitely got that talent because he drove right away from me. So he's definitely looking forward to being him in this league next year.
Porridge under pressure from his teammate, but Special Ops can't do much else. So Williams struggling.
Big Porridge lost the back end.
Was that
Side by
oversteer
side.
or was that rear locking on the Williams?
He's not over. He's coming for the switchback. He has DRS on the inside of special.
Number 4 on 25, pulling to the inside. He does make a move on his own teammate. Obviously being sure not to make contact with one another, as embarrassing that would be to all teammates. Remember, do not make contact with your teammate. But that was incredible racing between the two Williams. Very fair, knowing where each other was. Don't want to crash into each other at all. But still, with DRS, Breezy's still running away from it, isn't he? Well, he's trying to run away, but he's not getting away.
He's trying his best, yeah. Still within DRS range.
Italian has gained the time penalty as well in P15. He's going to be ruining that mistake there. There are moves further down the field, but nothing that we can look at due to the desync there. But now 5 laps in already, I think the tyres, the Supersoft runners are going to start to feel it, aren't they, Dre?
Yeah, I imagine drivers are coming in lap between lap 8 to lap 12 on and off of those super softs, and then go to the softs or the mediums. But some might do the double stop and try to go on the super softs again. I'm watching GoTo catching up to Xandamar for P3. He's really catching these last couple laps. And pit stop and pit speed is going to be crucial here, trying to get on and off the field before everyone else, come into traffic. But we shall see.
Sauna's tyres seem to be getting heated up now. He's starting to get in a heated battle with Lion and Talion behind him. So Talon should be able to chuck it up the inside and have some fun. But remember, he's driving a wounded Italian Toro Rosso. We'll see what that car can do. Tell you what, I've got a little quiz for you later on. Actually, I'll do it now. What is the literal translation of Toro Rosso?
It's like twin something, right?
It used to be. Everyone assumed that, but then someone actually did some research on it. The literal translation of Toro Rosso is Red Bull.
Oh!
So
that's awesome.
Red Bull, when they bought the Toro Rosso team, clearly got very bored with inventive ideas. Well, looking at Toro Rosso now, pulling down to the inside, Sauna dropping down and relegated to P15, and Talon just going through there. The damage not really affecting him much. If anything, it's helping him on the straights with that with the lack of drag, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Swanner struggling on those medium tires, but like I say, he's just going to try to maintain and focus. We got Seafreeze catching up to the leader. He's now under a half a second, catching up to Joe Breeze.
Yeah,
Seafreeze going to finish all he started.
It really is
from last week, finishing first in Russia. Go ahead.
Just looking at that, I wonder if Breezy's made a mistake, or I wonder if his Renault engine in the back of that Red Bull is starting to just pay its price on this track. Obviously, it'll be interesting to see whether Red Bull retain the champion into the Honda era that they've got in the back of that car next season in TCR. But again,
possibly.
I don't know who's got a better run here. Oh, 2 lockups, and a little more lockup for Seafreeze there. Going into turns 1 and 2, now into turn 3. I think the Seafreeze has got a little bit more straight line speed than Breezy, but Breezy has got more control in his tyres at this point in time. Be good with a 3-second time penalty in P12, and we'll see what can happen there. He's Be Good. Hopefully he can behave and not have the track limits involve him anymore. Go-to guy, 3 tenths away from... That's not Go-to guy. There he is. 3 tenths away from Zandamar. I do apologise there, as I somebody saw a Toro Rosso thinking, oh, hold on, isn't he in a Sauber?
Go-to is in the Sauber, yes.
Yeah. So, who are you on board with now, Dre? Give us a little bit of information of who you're looking at.
On board with the Go-to guy as well. I'm switching between him and I'm switching between Jones.
Well, that's funny. I just highlighted Jones there to possibly have a nose at, but he's in a bit of a train now, and it's going to be difficult to see the gold champion get past the Williams ahead. Both of them giving each other big DRS assistance. I don't know whether he'll be able to do it this lap, or he'll have to come in on strategy and try and derail some people's ideas on strategy.
Jones is very fast in a straightaway. I mean, granted, the top 10 cars, most of them are in DRS range with another. So we'll see how it works out with all these drivers.
Obviously, Jones, I think he started outside the top 10, so he's on fresh Supersoft tyres. He can go about 1 or 2 laps longer then those who did the qualifying on them as well. That might play into his hands, provided we don't have a safety car in the middle of that, but it could also help him out. If anything, a safety car would really help out Sauna right now, who's 1.6 seconds away from Lion in front of him.
Oh yes, but so far, other than Italian's incident, which he's kind of recovered from, you know, not that much wrecks or...
Lion double look up, almost clouting the back of Talon, but he managed to get the car out of it. The 46 car on the soft tyres managed to control it. Do apologise for cutting you off, my friend.
Oh, no worries.
Just clipped on board and suddenly I saw smoke. I thought, eep! There's a McLaren in smoke.
The leaders are going around one more time. No one's in pit yet. I imagine them coming here shortly.
Jones looking down the inside of Special, but Special deciding that he wouldn't let him through. Jones.
And Special locked up pretty hard there.
He is. Go to guy down the inside. No, he's thinking about it. Trying to put Xander off. Xander has run a little bit wide. But go to guy still in the 4th place, hunting for that 3rd place, which he got, hoping to improve on that. With a 5-second gap between Xander and C3, it'd be very difficult for him to beat that now as we head towards the pit stops. This middle section of the track is so difficult to make a pass in. It's almost follow your leader.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're going to make a pass here, you've got to really trust the car ahead and know that he's not going to turn into you at any point, haven't you?
Yeah, it's very difficult through the middle sector. You know, that's why turn 1, it's one of the most, where you get the most passes, that in turn 4. So I just imagine a lot of people getting past you there, but in the middle is really, really difficult.
There is a person pulling into pit lane. That's Special Ops. Special Ops also gets a 5-second stop-and-go penalty for speeding into pit lane. What's the Williams getting up to as he rolls into his garage? I roll with a 3-second time penalty. Those are medium tyres, but no, he's 2-stopping. No, they are medium tyres. Do apologise on the Williams car. So everyone else going for another tour. Do you think this will cause any cascade of pit stops as we head towards the lap 12 marker?
Probably the next lap or two. I'll go a few more laps. Probably the top leaders who hadn't really worn out their tire. They could probably go a few more laps compared to everyone else.
I don't think C3's can. Look at the gap he's just got.
Yeah, C3's probably want to get off those tires pretty quick.
Yeah, remember the undercut is going to be pretty key around this track.
The undercut is strong here.
It's bad fast. No, it's Porridge.
Oh,
Porridge is out of the race. Everyone are avoiding him now. There's a Williams way off track now. See if we can get a decent shot of it. There has been contact with someone, and he's off the track. I think he was coming up the pass. Was it W?
Yeah, and B-Fast is losing spots. He just lost one to W. Now he's going to lose one to Jones here on the front straightaway.
Is there damage on the Mercedes?
Yeah, I believe there's right front damage. He's certainly moving much slower.
No, it looks to be pretty much all right. Maybe he's just burnt his tyres out. But we have had one retirement now here in Platinum. And Porridge, there it is, unceremoniously thinking, I'm going home. See you next season.
So the first retirement, lap 12.
Shauna trying to go around the outside of Lion. He's trying to hold it around the outside of T4. It's not doing his best. He couldn't do it. The medium tyres just ran out of grip right at the wrong time. Trying to now go around the outside at turn 6. This long right-hander where we saw Lewis Hamilton bin it in qualifying. Now he's down the inside. He's locked up. He's managed to catch it though. And Sauna's still in P15. P13,
GT lost the back end there. These guys need a pit soon. They're losing tires. And the leaders are in. Joe Breezy, C-Freeze are in. Xanamar stays out. Go-To's in. Damaso stays out. Here comes Roll. W stays out. Jones stay out. Here comes B-Fast. B-Good stays out. Italian's in. And let's see what GTR does. It's going to be an absolute... GTR stays out. So is Swanner. They're still fighting on the front stretch.
Well, they're not going to be
but half the drivers.
Longer. Sauna down the inside. Lions run very wide. He's hit the grass in turn 1. And that battle has come to a very anticlimactic end as Lion just hit the grass and he's almost spanned the car. Luckily he caught that. Whew. So in all of
And
this,
the leaders come out clean.
Be good right
Joe
in
Breezy.
between the leaders.
Yes, Joe Breezy comes out on the medium. So does Seafreeze, and so does Goat 2. So a lot of the leaders are switching on to the mediums.
Just to reiterate for the stream, I do apologise. It seems my microphone just decided that it didn't want to pick up what what Dre was saying there. All of the leaders swapping to the medium tyres, looking to be doing the one-stop strategy here in Interlagos. Sorry to sound like an echo if you did hear what he said. I can't guarantee it. Demos and Xander pit, and now that leaves W into straight. Same with Jones now heading to pit lane. Special Ops, he's on the medium.
The rest
tyres.
of the leaders are in.
He is. Special Ops is on the medium tyres right now, though on the car it says he's on the super soft. I can assure you he's on the medium tyres. Being hunted down iRoll. iRoll obviously has had a little bit more time on the medium tyres. Sorry, a little bit less time on the medium tyres, so he has that little help of the freshness. But staying right on board with Special Ops with DRS open, the sole remaining Williams hunting down to pass Loretto for P9. Trying to go down the inside at turn 4. It has worked, but can Loretto get up and underneath him? Heading towards turn 5 and turn 6.
Slight contact.
Yeah, they just booted each other's tyres just a little bit. Now got to turn in very nicely. They've got to be careful not to cut each other's noses off there.
Oh!
Almost.
Slight contact there.
Gonna knock a cough out of me in a minute. I tell you what, mate, it's lap 14. Where did that come from? I've just seen this lap 14. That's absolutely mental. It feels like we just started the race 2 minutes ago.
I think he had to repair his front wing. I think he repaired his front wing.
Oh, Talent.
That's why he's so far back. Yeah.
Yes, Talent in P13. Obviously, only 15 cars here for the finale. A little bit disappointing on the number of cars, but at the same time, what are you going to do? It's the last race of the season. Some drivers aren't interested in doing the final race of the championship over now. Seafreeze hunting down Be Good, trying to go into 3rd place. It's going to be a pretty simple move for the guy who's on the fresher compounded tyres. Be Good, obviously, on 14-lap old soft tyres. Obviously, actually, this is the last time we'll be seeing the multiple different colours. These are the 3 compounds of tyres that we're actually going to be bringing to the 2019 season, isn't it?
I didn't know that.
Out! Saw a heavy collision with the barrier! Just so I couldn't move him! Demos 2!
Those Tommaso. Drivers going past, don't know what to do. 2 cars. We got a Ferrari and we got a Red Bull out of the race.
I think I just broke my voice again. I got it back for a minute, but that Red Bull's very far out, but that Ferrari's there. Arguably, that should be a safety car, at least a virtual. And tell you what, Lyon's not far away from the points anymore, is he?
No, he can walk away with some points, and as a reserve driver, especially with so little turnout today.
Be Good Fever enters pit lane, and W carries on.
Bad Fast is on the back of Jones. He's in DRS range. He might be able to make a move here on the front straightaway as Be Good goes into the penalty lap tires. He goes to the mediums as well. All right, we got Be Good on the back of Jones. Can he make a move? No.
I don't think he was close enough there, but it seems to be a very one-sided, one-stop race tonight. No real two-stoppers to make it all exciting. Jones extremely fast on the straights, but Bad Fast cannot get close enough. He almost, on the overspeed, almost hitting the back of the Haas.
Yes, and we still got Special and Roll battle now, even though we're going to get ready to take over for a new leader as W likely will come to the pits the next lap here because he's going to lose the leadership here with Breezy here. So I imagine him coming in. But I like this battle between Roll and Special. They are really tight.
Truly are. The sole remaining Williams looking to score points for the fledgling team that's normally seen at the bottom of the table in Formula 1, but not here in TCR. W does pit as predicted by our Dre. And we'll see what happens here. He's had a little bit of a moment there on the straights for Special Ops. I think that's going to really hurt his chance of getting past this lap. This is Bad Fast. He's even closer. He's basically pushing Jones through turns 1 and 2 as they're going to get out and round past. No, big moment for Bad Fast. Rear end slips. And that's it for that battle for this time round.
Special making a move on the outside in turn 4. Oh, they have contact. They're both off the track.
Wide.
They're both off the track. When they're both wide, here comes Jones.
Roll back
Roll
on
and
track there.
special.
Jones got to pass W. W just come out pit lane, remember? So he's gained a few positions. Look at the gap, though, that Breezy's got. Whoa, Jones on the inside. There wasn't really a gap there. He has cut the corner. And Special Ops gaining a penalty for a stop-go penalty for gaining a position under yellow flags. So he cut the course and gained a position. That was an aggressive move there. And Bad Fast doing exactly the same move there on the Force India. The Force India punted a little bit there. Or we're going to call it Racing Point. Who knows? We haven't got that silly little target on the front of the car yet. So we'll stick with Force India for now. What an aggressive move there for Jones and Bad Fast. Two incredibly smart drivers, knowing where W would struggle on the fresher on the newly heated up compounds. Now W coming back at Bad Fast. And Bad Fast is going to have to give up position. I've actually switched on to Be Good. I do apologise for that because I assume Bad Fast was behind him. I think drivers are just getting on the curve at turn 2 and they're struggling to control the cars out of it. What are you seeing, Dre?
Yeah, but W has absolutely maxed. And so even though he's on these fresh medium tires, he's trying to catch back up. But that second corner kink there in turn 1, right after that, that's really tight. You got to really angle your car the right way to get back on the drive, because if you don't, your right rear, it hits that and you get to the throttle, you'll spin your car right out. So
it truly is difficult here. But look at the gap in the pit lane. It was 1.5 when Seafreeze and Breezy pitted. Now it's 2.7. So that the damaging car of having, I think it was Xander between them, has actually really cost Seafreeze that race. His chances at winning this race, but it's not all done yet. Same with iRoll, who pulls alongside Special Ops. He won't be happy with him. Oh, I just saw a flash from him.
Turn 1, slight touch. Oh, it is getting kind of dark, so we might have some rain here. Have you seen any raindrops so far?
I saw a flash, but I think that was just a visual glitch on the game as we came into turn 1. My heart aches for rain, but I don't think we'll get it here tonight. Because I'm British, I want to feel more at home.
It does look kind of darker, so we shall see. We'll see what happens.
It's getting much more overcast. Obviously, that will really impact on the temperature of tyres. Obviously, the harder compound tyres work better in the lower temperatures, and they're all run on the harder compounds right now. So it shows that these guys clearly working well with the temperature of the track going down. Obviously, no assist in this league, in this division of the league, barring the racing line, which obviously is optional. So these drivers all know the track incredibly well. Versus me, I need a sat nav to get around here.
So got special and the DRS on roll. Don't think it will do anything, but hopefully get in slipstream and make up some time.
I don't know what happened now. I was on board with Special Ops. I think maybe a slight oversteer moment on the rear for the Williams has cost him that time. With the DRS open now, he's much closer this time round, but we saw a move last time. It didn't happen as well as he would have liked, but Roll still staying ahead of the Williams this time round. This is our closest battle on track as the top two spread to a gap of 3.2 seconds. Something might be wrong with the Toro Rosso's engine.
Yeah, Breezy is just driving away here. I was just like that yesterday between me and John. You know, I managed to build some gap between third and fourth place, but after we'll start to see a lot of these guys kind of group back together once over. And so I would say the next 10 laps or so, you'll probably see a lot more battles as they kind of group back up.
Yes, we're into a point of the race where battles will be a bit of a sparse due to tyres all getting ready to start wearing. It'll be really interesting to see who gets into what battle where. Special Ops once more on the back of iRoll. iRoll getting as close as he dares to that grass. Special Ops even closer, but still no damage on these cars.
Oh, he's much closer this time. He might be able to make a move. He's much faster on the straightaway than Roll.
He's trying to look at it.
Not yet.
Oh, he's got to carry all that speed through. I saw a little bit of a moment there from iRoll coming onto the straight there for the DRS, and maybe that is what caused Special Ops to just lose a little bit of time to the Renault ahead, because the Renault was skirting across the track after hitting a curb wrong. Do excuse me.
Yeah, Roll is managed to maintain the car, which is number one, but Special is right on him, and sometimes you got to learn how to not to brake under pressure, as Roll is trying to do. He wants to take that car home, P5, but Special's going to do everything he can to deny him.
Obviously,
He's coming up to the DRS range here.
You always want to see passes. Remember, Special has been on these tyres the longest by Jones, who's on 7 laps. He's on 8 laps, and Special Ops is on 11 laps of these tyres. The tyres can take the punishment, but it's whether Special Ops can keep going later on in the Grand Prix, isn't it?
Here we are. We're much closer this time around. Let's see if he can maybe push it, make a move on the inside, outside. He's on the outside. He's going to brake late. Hold it on the outside. Oh, Roll, give him a slight bump. And Roll maintains the position.
That's the racing driver equivalent of a slap in the face there. That's a, no, you can't pass me. Do it in a better place.
Yeah. Oh, Roll just get a time penalty by slightly cutting that corner. Slight cutting that corner there. So
that is then,
Roll, hopefully that didn't help you.
That is the racing gods replying and saying karma.
Possibly. Rolls still having difficult with the tires, but
it's almost as though he's either overheated them or he's underheated them. He's got no pace in that middle sector, but on the straights he's absolutely phenomenal for Roll.
DRS is engaged. Inside, outside.
Ooh,
another move
aggressive.
on the outside. Deep on the outside, locks up. Though he maintains position. Still holding. Stick with him tight. Get to that DRS range again. He has more options. Onto the outside.
Jones coming to play too. Watch out for Jones.
Hold it tight. No, couldn't get quite there. Couldn't take it that deep.
Jones now on the attack
okay.
of Special Ops there, making contact. What can Jones get up to? He decides to back out of it. Doesn't want to make contact with the Williams anymore. There was a little bit of contact. Wheel on engine cover.
We got a 3-wide battle for P5. Maybe 4 with Bad Fast coming up along with W, so we'll see.
Well, thank you, Eloise. Thank you for that comment there. I just got complimented on the stream. I'm very happy. I love it here. I love it in TCR. Apparently my British accent is the cutest thing in the world. This is the accent when I'm sick as well. You should hear it when it's decent. Right, so I roll. Moving a lot on track now as Special Ops tries to get closer and closer. The 25 car trying to chuck it up the inside. I wonder if he's going to start complaining at one point to the stewards about the movements that iRoll's been making on the straight. Oh, but he has.
Special gets it, and here comes Jonesy. Special gets it. That was a beautiful move on the outside by Special. You deserve absolute credit. He wore him down. But here comes Jones on the outside. Outside of Roll. Kind of got boxed in, but he's maintaining.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, ruining the moment. But Jones, he's very lucky to have caught up to this fight that much quicker, isn't he?
Oh, yes. And here comes Bad Fast and Be Good.
Ooh,
excuse me, W. They're on their way.
Jones almost hitting the back of the Renault. It looks pretty okay, though. The Haas wing is absolutely fine. So the lockup is not going to have the tires whatsoever.
Special's not driving away yet. He's still within reach. If Jones and Roll battle out, then yes, he could drive away.
Well, to be fair, I think Bad Fast is going to be the one to make a move first. 2 tenths away, heading onto the straight now. Not really a straight for a bit of this move. There we go through the kink. Jones hitting the grass. Now DRS open on all of the cars, barring Special Ops ahead. Actually, I stand corrected. It is going to look like Jones and Roll driving away from Bad Fast.
Uh-oh.
You are owed? What do you think?
No, I thought I saw Roll get past Special for a moment there.
Your eyes playing trick on me. Talon, though, there is a move, though. Talon driving up the inside of Be Good Fever, heading on to the straight, and it has worked with DRS assistance, where Talon just disappearing past the McLaren.
Well, Talon's in the points. That's all that matters. He can at least get 1 point.
Yeah, that's all he wants now after that mistake. It was all on his own, and he could be kicking himself always round not to do it again.
So we got a 5-wide battle for P5. They're all lined up in the train here.
T3 is now the fastest man on the track. Maybe the race is not entirely done with 11 laps to go here. It is still the champion Breezy sitting there in P1 where he qualified. And now we see
DRS on the front straightaway.
Passing the large grandstand. This time Badfast is closer, but not close enough to pass Jones. Roll is still without the reach of Jones. And yeah, I just saw that.
Took his spot back.
He's not giving
Talion.
up. Talion doesn't want to sit there anymore, does he? Right, Jones looking down the inside, the dive bomb from the Haas, the 45 car, forcing the Renault
They're
out
off track.
wide.
Rolls off track. Here comes Badfast. They're going to try to slip on the outside. He's boxed in. Can he maintain the outside? No, not quite. But he's still within the mix.
Whoa, contact!
Roll.
He's gone too far! He locked up instead across the track there. Roll trying to control the car. He's flustered in the Renault. He's trying to find any gap he can get on the Haas. The Haas trying to drive around the outside of him. He's not giving up, battling through the entire session. And he's back to the Renault. Roll taking the submission back. And he's hit him! He's hit him hard! And Jones
and Roll are off. Jones has got the worst of that. Looks like they Roll was still trying to get the back of the rear locked up, but I think Jones might have gotten under him a little bit there. But Jones is still in the battle for P6 as Badfast. And here comes W on the outside for P6. Can W get it? No.
With a stop and go penalty for gaining one position. I think that's a little bit harsh there for the incident that did happen. But Roll does dart up the inside, passing W. And now he's going to try to attack
actually get a spot back here for P6.
He's not happy, is he? The Canadian driver.
Oh,
he's been slapped!
Roll, almost lose it again. I don't think these drivers are very happy with Roll right now.
I don't think anyone's happy with anyone on this track. Joe Breezy getting a time penalty now in P1. That can potentially orchestrate the race now once more, as we had it last week in Russia. W down the inside.
And here comes W inside.
If they keep battling like this, guess who'll be coming back? It'll be Jones. It doesn't look like any damage on either car, but that was an odd incident if we look back at that.
Oh yeah, so we got a little train here with Jones, Talion, and Be Good. We've got a second train with Iro, W, and Badfast.
And Xander now within a second, looking for a podium tonight. The North American League never failing to impress me as I come all the way from the UK every week to come here and have a commentary session here, and I love it. I do hope that I continue on into 2019.
What time is it your time, local time?
It is just gone 2 o'clock.
Just
in the morning.
Well, it's just now past 9 o'clock here on the Eastern Standard Time. So thank you for being here so late, and hopefully you get some excitement before you go to bed.
I'd rather not be anywhere else. I love it here. It's so fun. So excited to sit here doing commentary for TCR. I do really love being here. Do you reckon I'm doing enough to stay for next season for them?
I think we'll love to. Hope you have the time, and it'll be a pleasure for you to join us.
I know. I mean, the question I've got is, I tell you what, if my connection holds up, I might even take a look at maybe getting a drive in TCR. Potentially getting a drive in TCR, if it lines up with one of my days. We shall see what I can do. But Xander now... Go on.
Go ahead.
No, Xander just lining up behind Go-To Guy. The Canadian's still holding off. I don't know where Xander's from, so I'm going to assume just the Force India land. There's a pink car staying right behind him. Talon now on the back of Jones. Take us through this if you can, Dre.
For Talion, Talion's on the back straightaway. Here coming up on Jones with DRS. He doesn't quite have it, and so I think he's just going to try to manage those. He has 16 laps on those tires, a little bit more than Jones. But Talion's recovering from an incident he had in the early laps, and he's managed to get back into the points. Jones caught up an incident with Roll and Special and all the other drivers, and he's trying to maintain P9. But I think Talion might have the better drive, and I think I watermark. I thought I just saw some splash of water there.
Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot too, but there's no evidence of rain yet. I've been looking at the monocoque of the car, and there hasn't been any part of rain yet. So it could be rain, but we've only got 7 laps to go. Again, this race is going so quickly. I never want it to end at this point. Xander now attacking as the race comes in. W attacking Roll. This time there'll be a move, trying to get around the outside on the Renault, with that Renault rolling his way through turns 1 and 2. He's absolutely got this under control now after the incident. He got flustered, but iRoll doing his greatest to hold off the charging Force India, who seemed to have no control just for a few seconds there of a drive. In all of this, though, in your opinion, do you think Jones has absolutely cooked his tyres? Do you think those tyres are overheated to the point that he can't keep them in the best position? Or do you reckon he's managed to cool them down now after that spin?
He's probably cooled them down a little bit, but, you know, he was the one that got the worst of that. He did go for a bit of a spin there, so I wouldn't be surprised if he lost a lot of time there. I mean, he spun around 360 while Roll and Special be able to drive off, and he's already catching up to him. He's only about a second off from him, 2 seconds off, so he can actually catch back up to these people with 6 laps to go.
Well, Roll had a big oversteer moment.
Yeah, he's been slowing down massively as well. Because look at Special, 17 seconds ahead.
And 2 lap better tyres. Sorry, 3 seconds ahead he is, not 17 seconds.
3 seconds ahead, excuse me.
W having a big moment too, that Bad Fast will have a chance. 2 tenths away. He's getting closer and closer to the back of the Force India, trying to make a move on him sooner rather than later. Obviously, laps ticking down, and not what these guys want to hear. They want to keep going for longer now, but we only have time for 36 laps of racing. And Bad Fast right in the back. He has a chance today at a P7, maybe even a P6 finish for the Mercedes team. Now, entirely out of the question for a P5 if Special's tyres start to degrade too far. And look, he's back in the game. Jones joining in P9.
W got in the grass there a little bit. Bad Fast right on his gearbox there. He's probably going to make a move here on the front straightaway. He's closest he's ever been. Let's see if he can get that DRS. Let's see if his straight line speed is.
He lost it just a little bit there. I see Bad Fast is possibly one of the slower ones in a straight line. But W without DRS is going to be very vulnerable.
Oh, outside!
Bad Fast way off the track there as he tries to go around the outside. That's a NASCAR line right there.
He gets it done. But W got the DRS. He's going to be on the inside. He has the preferred line.
He does at this point.
He's going to get squeezed on the inside. W. Hang on. Bad Fast is not over yet. Okay. They kind of settle back out. Here comes Jones.
Back to play once more.
Bad Fast on the inside.
And he makes the move stick. Jones down the inside of W.
And here comes Talion.
Trying to get a good shot of all these cars going through is mad. W slapping the Haas out of the way. Just going, no, I don't want you to pass me. I can't lose positions. But W, he's had a torrid lap now. He's lost 1 position. Now he's going to lose some more.
Oh, yeah. But that was a great battle. We thought Bad Fast was going to lose the position again, but he fought back twice in 1 lap. That's pretty amazing.
So here comes W again. W. What can he do? That's pretty easy there, isn't it? But it's the next part where he's going to hold it.
I don't think Bad Fast has much of ERS or much of any much gas left to really push the car forward.
No, look at that.
His tires might be done
this time.
Yeah.
20 laps.
And here comes Roll. Tires. Look at Roll. Roll's losing a lot of time to W.
Bad Fast just hit the grass. Jones trying to find a gap, trying to go around the outside, trying not to hit the rain light on this car. We'll see the next year's car's going to have lights on the wings as well, so we get even more fun if we do eventually see those lights used in the TCR League. But look at this. Madness, isn't it? Xander looking for a pace on the podium tonight. He's so close. He's only got 3 laps to go. And Xander's been told by his engineer, get past him. You can do it.
2 laps to go.
DRS open.
Can Xander do it?
Go-to guy. He's moved a little bit in the braking zone there. Xander won't be happy, but he's gone over the grass.
Undercut.
And now he's going to run.
He
We're going to try and
compromised
get a
his
run.
line. They're side by side. Alexander Mark going to try to do the undercut. Runs
Can't
wide.
get there.
Not quite.
Jones on the attack now
To
on
get it
Bad
done.
Pass. He's drawn alongside him. DRS open as they're charging down. Now I want to question if you can do me a favour in all of this. Can you just check to see if C3s has any penalties as Bad Pass does get relegated down to P9 from Jones. Jones now charging, wants to get past I-Roll after this race, after the earlier on collision. C-Fast, wow, look at that C-Fast, C3, sorry, going a 1:10 dead as the fastest lap. DRS open on Gucci Guy, they've woken me up. It's about 2:30 in the morning and I'm suddenly shouting at the top of my lungs. Well, as much as I can do.
has 2 warnings, no penalties. 2 warnings, no penalties.
Now he's going to back up because he's winning this race. He's going to win this race.
If he gets under 3 seconds, he needs to get under 3 seconds. He's just set the fastest lap, a 1:10 flat. He has the speed, just maintain.
Xander has this time got the inside line on Gochu Guy. Gochu Guy has been relegated down to P4. And Xander swinging around the outside. He's on for a podium. I don't know if he's won the podium before, but he's looking for it this time. Bad Fast with a time penalty added to his time at the end of the race. Jones to the inside of W. He makes the move, almost take a little bit of contact there, and W goes wide. The Force India now, the Silverstone-based team trying to come back and round the American-owned team. I think it's North Carolina where they're based, but they're trying to get through, and it hasn't happened. The Force India team cannot make a move yet, and Jones still wants to get past Roll. He's only got one more lap to do it. C-Fast, has he lost this race though? He's close, but he's
3.2 seconds. He needs to put in a pretty good lap this lap to maintain. Gain 0.2 of a second, and he'll likely run away with the victory. He has no penalties so far.
My cat's getting excited sat next to me right now. She wants to know what's happening. Right now, looking around the field, Breezy, he's on his own. And I think maybe the battle is done. Jones with a time penalty in P7. That might be cutting his battling short. Go-to guy, that might be a run to the line to see. But now, we're going to see the champion. He's going to do what traditionally Hamilton could not do. He's going to win after taking a championship win. Breezy, pole, and the win. But he does get fastest lap. He's got all 3.
Oh, 3.9 tenths of a second off. So C3 does not get the victory.
Who's in P3 tonight? Xander or Go-To Guy? It's going to be Xander. And Go-To Guy has to settle for 4th. Xander taking a wonderful P3 for the pink team. Special Ops will finish P5 on his own. But now comes the major battle. I doubt that Jones will get past I-Roll yet. Might be on penalties. It should be interesting to see what we see.
Oh yeah, several of them have penalty as well.
Special Ops with a 5 second stop and go penalty. Drops him down to P10. That penalty
Roll did not serve. Roll did not serve his stop and go 5 seconds, so it was served at the end of the race.
I do wonder if that penalty will be removed though, due to the stewards taking a look at it, due to why it happened, where it was after the contact with Jones. So I wonder if the stewards will have a look and remove that penalty. But there he is.
I imagine that'd be calling up.
Is Joe Breezy, the season 7 champion, ends his season with a bottle of champagne and another cup to send back to Milton Keynes. And my cat gets even more excited.
I'm just checking the Discord, and Rose said he got spun 3 times.
I only saw him get spun once. So maybe we caught some action that we didn't notice on that. So it's an American, and a Canadian on top today. It's for the final race here in TCR Season 7. It's Red Bull who take the win from Joe Breezy and C-Freeze, and it's very late. And Xander, Canadian, takes up T3. Look at Canadian 4th and 5th. Here are the results, barring any stewards inquiries. Joe Breezy P1 ahead of C-Freeze into P2. Xander is in P3 and Goju Guy is in P4. W is in P5. Jones is in P6. Good showing for the reserve driver and the gold champion. Talon is in P7. Badfast is in P8. iRoll is in P9 and Special Ops finishing in P5 and then finishing in P10 on penalties. Outside the points was Be Good and Lion in P11 and P12, and here come the non-finishers. Deimos in P13, Sauna and Porridge do not make it to the end of the race. And relax. What a brilliant race. That was
Yeah, it was
absolutely
actually
phenomenal.
a really fun race. Absolutely.
I was saying at the start I wanted rain, I didn't get it, but now I wish I didn't have rain. I don't think I could have asked for anything more for the final race of TCR. I mean, that was just can you remember anything of what happened in the early laps? Because I can't.
Oh no, not too much. Not a lot of incidents. Just really start to pick up after the pits, and that's when you start seeing the really people jostling for positions. But that's the end of the race, and that's how our season's going in. What do you think so far? The taste you've got of our TCR here.
I tell you what, as I said mid-race, I didn't want this race to end. I loved all the battles we had going on. I could have gone for another 50 laps on that one. But yes, I would very much say that I would like to be back for season 8 of TCR. Maybe you'll see me do a full season as a commentator. Who knows what will happen? But that is for the future to decide. Obviously, this is our goodbye to the Platinum class. And unfortunately, because I'm so new here, I don't know much of what happened this season. But in your opinion, was this a great season?
Oh, it was a great season. Actually, was a little bit reserve driver for the Platinum earlier on the season. Had a good time doing that. But we're going to do a invitational here in the next couple of weeks where we kind of do a rewind of everything that happened in between the classes. And so hopefully you'll be able to join us then. But overall, that was a great season. We had some drivers come and go, and that's okay. But overall, I thought it was a really great season, and I enjoyed commentating.
I enjoyed commentating on the 2 races that I was here, and I really hope that I come back. I tell you what, for a British guy to come over to America and to do commentary here, with the connection that I have, as you can see on the stream now, and I have such a perfect connection that I've had in game, I feel so happy that you guys have accepted me as one of your own and brought me in. I want to say thank you to Jones, personally, because I was watching IndyCar the other week, and we had a nice conversation about that while we were on there, where we were watching it, which was nice and entertaining. I think I'm really starting to feel like I'm at home here in TCR.
Well, great to have you, and look forward to see you next season.
Yes. So the top 3 that Domenico said was his prediction was wrong. It wasn't Joe Fries and Talon. Talon was demoted all the way down after contact, but we saw Xander take podium tonight. Brilliant drive from all of the drivers. Congratulations to the top 3. Congratulations especially to Breezy winning after he won the championship. Well done to him. Well, thank you, Dre, for joining me on commentary, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
It's always a laugh to have you over here. Until next season, my name is JB. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time in TCR. Ta-ra, guys.